I feel like texting and calling is a chore and a hobby that I don't like.
Do you know? Oh, okay. You didn't shoot your shot. You just automatically become friends. Is that not friend zone?
You can't get fat. I will leave you.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Red Flags. I'm your host, Valentina. If you haven't watched the previous episode, make sure you're going on YouTube. You know, I keep saying that. Go on Spotify. I'm on Spotify as well. We'll upload on TikTok. Make sure you're following our content on TikTok and on Instagram as well. Now, we had some previous guests, and I just want to thank you all for the love and the support you've been showing me. We had some pretty shocking revelations, and some that you agree and you disagree with. But you know, a bit of what I did was revealed. You know, that I said I was going to look into. But you know, that was a bit shocking. I did not expect that. But for today, you know, I have a very special guest. His name is AKA SOSA, if I'm saying that right. He's going to correct me in a bit. You know, I definitely want him on my podcast. I was like, your views, your personality is needed. You know, people need to see and be warned about the red flags, even if you are yourself. They need to know what is going on. And I just want to bring here Scott. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Is there going to be like an applause of me coming in or something?
Maybe.
Like I need an applause.
AKA Sosa. Am I saying that right now?
No, it's actually Sosa.
Sosa.
Okay. Like, have you ever heard like Chief Keef?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Chief Keef is?
Sosa. I'm gonna get that eventually.
Sosa. It sounds like you saying like salsa.
So Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you do and what your hobbies are? You know, so we know a little bit of background where you're coming from.
So obviously, I'm in my Jordan year, big 23.
Okay.
I'm living in Jordan.
Right.
And for my hobbies, I make grills. So
wow.
it's a lot of like waxing, designing, like making
Celebrity
jewelry.
grills, those ones that we can't afford. Normal human being cannot afford.
You can afford my grills, like the silver. If you want gold, then you pay for the gold, all that type of stuff. Like,
what's the minimum charge? Are we talking 50 euros?
For a silver grill,
yeah,
like not 50, but like if you want like one cap too, like
what
or
does
something.
he like doing?
Playing PlayStation, really, like. I'm just
Yeah, a
being
few of our guests have
outside.
said that. I feel like a lot of guys don't really have much going on.
It's not the
They
fact
give you a
that,
PlayStation and you be there for life.
because that's the thing, right? If you don't give us a PlayStation, what else will we be doing? We'll probably be terrorizing
Traveling,
females.
you know, going, socializing, meeting people, doing something educational.
This is my business, and this is yours.
Yeah, we do that as well. But the whole purpose of let's not be outside all the time. Like, I'm trying to bring myself to not be going outside too much. No more.
Yeah. Scott, I have a red flag here, you know, and I want you to tell me. I know you're kind of a party person, you know. You like going out and, you know, meeting people and experimenting.
That needs to change. But yeah.
But I want you to tell me a few red flags for you when you go to the club.
This is like personally for me already. Like, I'm going out there. That's like a red flag, but it might not be a red flag as well, because I'm going there. And depending on these type of girls, they're frequently girls that go out all the time. Yeah. And they're the ones that go out like time to time.
So you're talking about the ones that go out all the time?
All the time. Like, if you're always seeing them out, they're always snapping all that. Like,
that is a red flag. Why? What do you think they do there? Do you know what somebody told me? You know what somebody told me? Somebody told me that girls cannot go to a nightclub without trying to meet somebody. And I was like, that is not true. Right?
That's actually not true.
You can just go to dance.
They can go out to dance, to have a drink. More time, like those type of girls, they're alcoholics and they're still looking for a bit of attention. So at the end,
when you see a girl that's always there, that you've seen, does that not mean that you've been at a nightclub a little too often?
Yeah, like listen, it's vice versa. I've gone through my clubbing experience, right?
Okay.
So when I'm seeing that someone that's still in that, I'm like, you haven't grown up yet. You haven't matured out of that phase yet.
Maybe they're not at that point yet. Maybe when they get to 26, they'll, you know, pass that phase.
You're 26 and you're still going to the club every week. Prioritize your life properly, please.
So Scott, you were saying something about, you know, women being, you know, ladies that go to a club very, very too often than they should. What would be a red flag for you when it comes to your physical appearance?
Physical appearance?
Yeah. Because my last guest I had, he said he doesn't like women with small breasts.
Oh.
So what would be a red flag for you when it comes to a woman's physical appearance?
I don't like fat women.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
Define.
Like overweight women.
Overweight. Yeah, that could be a preference. Yeah. How overweight are we talking? Because, you know, being overweight, you know, it has...
Listen, let's not even dance around the question. You can just see and then you're like, yeah, you're fat.
So you don't think people should, you know, focus on personality more?
I didn't say that. But like...
What if you're on a blind date? And you're chatting with this girl, and she's, you know, she has the best personality, you guys click.
Yeah.
And you find out when you see her that, oh, she's overweight. She's not your type.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You would end things.
Yeah, I'd be like, listen, you got a great personality. Do a cross country in a few.
But
Come back.
Hell.
Like, just run a bit.
So what if you're with a girl and eventually she gets fat, like during your relationship?
Well, that's crazy. Let's say like it's during a marriage. Yeah, during our vows, you can't get fat. I will leave you. Like if I'm gonna like try stay fit for us as well, and you can't do the same. No. Like even after you out here pushing babies, you got 2 years after you push the babies to get back in shape. You got a 2-year break.
Are you normal?
But you going to the gym as well?
Yeah, I'm going to the gym, of course. I can't get fat, or else I'll just be a hypocrite. You can break up, like you can divorce me or do whatever. If I get
so you'd be encouraging her to go to the gym with you?
Yeah. Like, just
so it's not. It's a restriction. You cannot get fat during marriage.
It's not like you can get a bit chubby, right?
Yeah.
But then after now, we got to start watching what we're doing now, right?
And would you say to her face, like, listen, I think you're adding weight. I think you're getting, you know, what you shouldn't be getting.
Like, I feel there's no reason to beat around the bush. A lot of women want communication, but they can't really handle the truth. But regardless, I will always give good communication.
I mean, there's a way you can say it.
Yeah, but like, I'm not trying to beat around the bush. Like, that's so jarring. I was like, maybe you want to... Because at the end of the day, right, they're still going to be offended. I might as well just say it straight.
No, it depends on how you say it, though.
Not really. Like, listen, let's say that you are fat. Hypothetically, you're fat. Like, listen, I feel like... Obviously, you've been at home a bit too much. Obviously, I know that your mental stress is happening. You're eating a bit too much. I feel like you should go out and just try to get a bit more exercise.
Do you know what? I feel like if you're saying it for that aspect, you don't necessarily saying it to criticize her. Yeah. It's coming from a good place.
Yeah, it's coming from a good place. Like, I could say that, but I'm going to first call you fat, and then when you ask me why and get all defensive, then I'll explain that.
Girl, I have a red flag for you here, and I want you to tell me if you agree or you disagree. I have people who use dating apps as a red flag. Do you think that's a red flag?
That's not actually a red flag, in my opinion.
Because you know what somebody was telling me? That people who use dating apps can never be serious to save their life. Do you agree with that?
I feel like dating apps right now are just kind of immature. Like, just pump up your IG and then you'll start shooting DMs instead. I feel like that's a way better approach.
What about people who still have dating apps when they're in a relationship?
While in a relationship.
Is that a red flag?
That is a red flag. Why do you still have it? But I nearly got, like, I kind of got in trouble. The same with, like, one of my boys as well. If we're in a relationship, right, we just think about deleting the app. Or sometimes we won't delete the app. We just never go on.
We just never use it, pause it.
That's the thing, we don't even pause it because we don't even... I never knew that there was a pause button for like Tinder or Hinge or anything like that. Yeah. I remember when that shit got me in trouble. I'm like, have I used it? Are you saying that I'm cheating?
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Because if you meet somebody and you're in a relationship, how would you not think of deleting your dating app?
Why is that going to be my first thought? Like, why am I even on the app to even think about, oh yeah, let me check all the girls that I like while I'm
phone. Do you not see the Tinder app and be like, oh, I don't need this, actually?
Nah, like, that's effort of, like, holding it down
and,
like, deleting.
You do think it's a red flag, though, having dating apps in a relationship?
Yeah, like, if you actually are actively using it. If someone got a match with someone, right? If someone matched with someone while they're in a full-on relationship and they can see that pictures are being updated and everything like that, it's clear. Like, you can clearly see that it's active.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Other than that, stop bothering me with unnecessary stuff.
Scott, what would you say your red flag is when you're dating?
Crying. Crying's a red flag for me.
What do you mean crying?
What do you mean by that?
You got like 3 cries with me if it's unnecessary. Like it's so irritating. Like stop. Like
What?
crying. Like you
What
got
if it's a
3
sensitive
strikes.
person? They're very emotional.
Sensitive people shouldn't be with me.
Oh, okay.
You get me? Like if you're just there crying for like no reason. Let's say like hypothetically, right? Let's say someone's doing their test, their driving test, and then they start crying about it. Depending on the situation, I can either validate their feelings, or I can look at you and be like, "You got 1 strike."
What if their mother or their father died?
Oh no, that's understandable. That's logical.
They can cry as much as they want.
You can cry as much as you want.
That's one part gone.
Yeah. Like actually, right, failing something like very deep that you can't do again, like or like if it's a serious something and you start crying about it, understandable.
Yeah.
Like,
but if it's nothing,
if it's nothing too deep,
if you're watching a romantic movie and you know,
no, actually, I actually don't care. Like if you're watching a romantic movie and then you start crying, you start tearing up, that's fine because I don't feel like you're crying about me, about anything stupid.
Okay.
But you know what my problem is? It's crying about me and I feel like it's stupid. That's my red flag.
Let's say you go somewhere, right?
You know, like,
you get food.
Yeah.
And you don't get food for her.
Yeah.
You know, and you are all having an argument. Mm. And you're disagreeing very strongly. And then she starts crying because, you know, she's mad. Is that a red flag?
Because she's mad. Nah, I'd rather her cry when she's mad. Like, you know, like when a girl starts crying, but she's real mad. Like, she's real mad. And there's tears coming down her face. Yeah. That's how you know you're dealing with a psycho, and I love that.
You love that? You don't think that's toxic? Bringing her to that point where she has to cry her ass off because she's mad?
No.
Never explained it.
Scott, I have another one here. And you need to tell me if you agree or disagree. I have girls who have OnlyFans.
Yeah?
Do you think that's a red flag?
No.
If you're going out with this girl.
Oh, no. Why are we saying about like going out? Like it's not a red flag. Like I'm still.
But
flag,
you won't go. Listen to me.
Are we talking about like dating? Like do I have to date her?
You going on the first date with this girl. Mm. You know she's pretty. Your personality is great. You know you guys click like that. Mm. But then she tells you like, listen, I have OnlyFans, and you know I do a bit of nakedness, fit pics and all that.
Feet pics?
Yeah.
That's crazy, okay.
Do you think that's a red flag? You see that as a serious red flag and not continue anymore?
Nah, like, I'll be like, okay, last time I take you out anyway. But I wouldn't cut her off.
Okay.
I won't cut her off, like, she'll be there.
She'll be there, okay, for a booty call.
Pretty much. Or if you need
so you would never go into a relationship with a girl with OnlyFans?
No.
Why?
I can be a manager. Like I could help you advertise.
Why do you feel like that though? Why do you feel like that? Maybe it's something that she likes doing. Maybe she doesn't even have to be naked. Maybe she just posts her fake pics. Or her nails are manicure, but she just have an OnlyFans and she gets money for that. That's her leaving her, her profession.
Yeah, that's a profession, but
not with you.
No.
What is it that you do not like?
For me to date them is the fact that everybody gets to see what I'm seeing. No, like yes, she can
want
be
her
like,
to be special. You want something exclusively for you.
You get me? Like she's showing a lot. You get me, right?
Right.
That's showing a lot. You can show like the bare minimum, like really and truly, right?
Bare minimum. Maybe she's just doing her feet.
If she's doing her feet, like listen, I don't care, but don't post on OnlyFans. Don't let me. Actually, no. If you're doing your feet, I actually don't care.
Yeah?
I actually don't care. No.
On OnlyFans, you'd be okay with that?
I actually wouldn't care.
What if she's just twerking?
No.
Scott, what would you say your red flag is?
Would having a female best friend be a red flag?
I had a few, questions, and I had a few guests that, I asked, and they said it is.
Because a lot of people tend to do that. That's why I stay very upfront. Like, I'm like...
So you think having female...
I don't think so. I don't think
You don't think so? But are you emotionally and romantically involved with them?
No.
You just see them strictly as bestie?
But
you know what someone was telling me? Someone was telling me that it's very different from a man's perspective. Because if you're single, she's single, and you're besties, you're always going to hang around. You're always going to hope something is going to happen.
See,
That's what they told me.
You know what?
And
yeah?
they told me as well, if she's in a relationship and you're single, you're always still gonna hang around just in case she breaks up.
You know,
If she texts you like, "Oh, pull up. What do you want? Like, let's do something real quick." You're gonna pull up.
I feel like all of those are fair points with
Right.
those type of guys. Personally,
You're not that kind of guy.
like that's a very long and time wasting route, in my opinion. So
Really?
I wouldn't actually do that.
So you wouldn't see them like, you wouldn't be attracted to them, even as attractive as they are.
No, and even if it is, right, it might be to the situation that the friendship is greater than anything.
How do you even get to that point where you're friends with a very beautiful girl and you're single?
Go and ask your grandfather.
How does it?
You didn't shoot your shot. You just automatically become friends. Is that not friend zone?
No, it's not. It wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that. It was more of like how I'm actually really trying to think. How did we get friends?
How did you get to that point? Because I feel like if she's very pretty, you try to see what's going on, something more.
No. This
But
is
if you
how
end up
we
becoming
became friends.
besties-
That's because I was young. I had a lot of female friends and I had a lot of guy friends. I mean,
Okay.
like just big groups. And from there,
So you don't think it's friend zone?
no?
Just
Wait,
clearly friends, being besties. Like if she
Yeah.
come around and start telling you about another guy she's dating, you wouldn't have an issue with it.
I have no issue. Like me and my friends been friends for like 5 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like obviously I've been
And
in
nothing has happened.
relationships. Yeah. So obviously.
And have you been telling her about the relationships?
Of course.
Your girlfriend had an issue with that. Like, would you stop being friends with her?
No. Because really and truly, yeah.
You
these
rather break
girls
up
are-
with your girlfriend.
These girls are
than-
temporary. I'll be so real. I've tried it before. I've done it before. I've dropped it before. And obviously that one didn't last.
Yeah.
The best thing I can do is give a bit of distance, but I can't cut her off
Cut her
because
off, yeah.
I don't know how long you're gonna last. This person has been. I've been friends with this person for years. Like, who the fuck are you to come in and be like?
Period.
Wait, Jesus.
That? And same goes with her as well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously she's had boyfriends as well during that time.
Yeah.
So.
Are you sure though? Are you sure she's that loyal? Because
Wait,
if her boyfriend
what?
say, I don't want you, hanging out with a guy called Scar, are you sure she's not going to cut you off like that?
She hasn't cut me off now, and she hasn't cut me off yet, and I don't think she would ever cut me off.
What would your friends say that you have as a serious red flag?
Texting, communicating, actually talking on the phone, like getting in touch. You can text me.
I did text you one day and you replied after 2 days.
Exactly. See, that's not my fault. And it's not like that's not a personal attack on you at all.
Right.
It's like I feel like texting and calling is a chore and a hobby that I don't like.
Do you
to
know? Oh, okay.
It's actual an extreme sport to get in contact with me if you really need anything like that.
So but you're always on your phone.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't think that's something we should be proud of.
No, like
I explained and I said I'm going to try and change it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you see it as something changeable.
I don't see it as something changeable because if it's changeable, then I wouldn't see it as a chore because I like my own space, I like my own time.
I like that.
I like just being by myself.
Honestly, I enjoy my own company.
You hear me? Like I'm my best person. to
And if
be
I
around.
see your text, even though I'm on my phone, I'm just not in the mood.
You get me? And I hate when people like text my name. Like if you really need something,
Yeah.
text me what you need and I'll reply straight away. Because that's the thing, right? Every time I get a message, I see it instantly. I've already seen your message.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what time, I've already seen your message. How long I get to it is depending on how I feel.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. If you do not agree with a few red flags, as Scott mentioned, AKA Salsa. Salsa. I'm going to put his Instagram link up there. Go on Instagram, drag him yourself. Because
That's
I do
crazy.
not have
I don't feel like
have
I
energy.
deserve to be dragged.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you follow us on Spotify as well, TikTok and Instagram, as I mentioned earlier on. And we'll see you guys on our next episode.
See you next season.